people. I thought I may as well take you along and cook tonight. I am starting to cook early because I want to make chapattis. So I thought I would take you along and as I make chapattis and cook dinner tonight. So stay tuned and I hope you guys enjoy. So to make chapattis, these are my essentials: salt, flour, and sugar, and then water. So to mix the batter of chapattis, I have a half a cup of hot water here. I like my water just a little bit on the warm side, so I'll fill it up with just regular cool water. I usually add like 1.5 cups of water. And then salt and sugar is basically to the taste. It depends if you want them a little bit more sugary or a little bit more salty. I like mine a little bit more salty. Other people prefer theirs more sugary. So I just mix what I think, and then I taste the water and see how it tastes before I add any flour. Chapatis are basically like an American tortilla, or you could call it unleavened bread or something like that. There's like no yeast or anything that goes in with it. It's simply just flour, water, sugar, and salt. And different people do it different ways. You can add, it's very good, I've added carrots before. It just puts like a nice texture to it. Or I've heard people that add like an egg and some other like kind of spice or seasoning. But for us, we just enjoy them plain, so I simply just make them plain for the most part. I'm sorry if you're hearing a background noise. I have my coffee maker going to heat water, and so it's kind of sputtering and making sounds right now. Alright, let's try this and see how it's tasting. That's perfect. So I added basically a teaspoon of salt and 2 tablespoons of sugar to 1.5 cups of water. And I like it like that. That's perfect for me. So now I basically just add flour to the consistency. I had a little bit remaining from another bag, so I've added that. And you just slowly add your flour to the consistency of, if you're a baker or something, I would say it would be kind of the consistency of baking bread. You want to like have it so it doesn't stick or anything like that. So you just add slowly at a time. The key to it is to add your flour just slowly and mix it in properly. That makes them nice and soft. If you just kind of pour in your flour and just mix it like that, they tend to get a little bit more chewy and hard. this is the point where I go in with the hands. So at this point, I'm going to add a little bit of oil. I did forget to mention that I usually add a little bit of oil and work that in. And then after I worked in the oil, I'll see how the consistency feels. You guys, I just pour everything in my food and recipes. If you ask me for a recipe, it's a difficult situation. Me and measuring things are kind of off the hook. So I think I'm going to leave it like this. It's a little bit sticky still, just a tad little bit, but it's good to let it rest for like at least 30 minutes. And I think if I let it rest, it's going to be perfect. So now I will just cover it and let it rest for about 30 minutes or so, and then we'll go from there. Well, folks, it's raining. Slowed down a bit now, but it was raining there for a hot minute. So as the dough is sitting, I'm going to be cutting tomatoes and onions to start cooking the beef that I got. And then I'm going to also be cooking some lentils and carrots together with the beef. So what I like to do is I like to fry the tomatoes and onions. See if I can get them in here one-handed. Fry them a little bit and then add the meat and fry that a little bit as well. And then I add the water. Now I'm about to add the meat to this concoction. Now I will add the meat. This is beef. Some salt. And some pepper. Let that simmer for a little while. Put the lid on there. Now it's the grand reveal to see how this is doing. I think I need to add a little bit more flour. This is real life with me in the kitchen. Including not having enough flour, so I had to run and get another bag of flour. Real life with Marilyn in the kitchen. So much better. I'll let it sit for just a few minutes. Meanwhile, this is coming along. I think I'll add some water, turn up the heat, and cook this baby. Okay, so let's get going here. If I make chapattis, I like to make a big batch. Gotta powder your countertop so it doesn't stick. I should have powdered underneath here, honestly. But what I was saying, I like to make a big batch so that it lasts for like a few days. So now you just make the balls, shape them into balls, kind of the size that you want. Of course, the bigger the ball of dough, the bigger your chapattis. But I like mine about this size. And I just set it aside like that. 1.5 cups makes anywhere from like 12 to 15 chapattis. So guys, I told you this is reality, right? Well, guess what? The electricity went off. And I'm not sure why, because I'm seeing the street lights are still on. It seems like it's just here or something. So here goes nothing. Canyon trick, if you don't have candle holders. You use a lid, wait till the wax is melted, put some on the other one, and then put your other candle on top of the wax. It'll get hard and hold the candle. Alright. I don't know why the electric is going off nowadays, but we have a real issue. So as you can see, I have, what is it, 14, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 chapatti doughs waiting. And I guess the process continues. I apologize, guys. But let's go. So what I do is I put my pan on low heat, and as I roll chapattis, I basically put them on the pan to dry them so they don't stick, and put them on a plate, and then completely fry them after I dried all of them, and put them in this souffleur lined with a flour bag. As you can see, the electricity is trying to come back. It might come back and it might not. I was saying we heard that there was a transformer stolen. And ever since that happened, which was the day before yesterday, the electric just has been crazy. So you put it on your pan. I'm sorry, this lighting is just terrible. Without any oil or anything. And just like dry it. And usually what I would do is, while this one is sitting a little bit, I'll go and do another one. Roll another one, and then the process just continues like that. Nicely. I got my beans soaking in hot water, so those are not going to be taking long, or not beans, they're lentils actually. Those won't take long to cook with carrots and the remaining once the meat's almost finished. Well, maybe the electricity is back for good, finally. I dare not see anything. Okay guys, let's get back to light since we have it. So you can see here, I'm basically drying them, putting them over there, and the process continues. It's craziness. Okay, so I'm about to add the carrots and the lentils to this here and add some more water. And then I continue with the chapattis. The next process is to fry them. And I also need to turn up the pan so it gets hot. The key is to have your pan hot to fry them. I'll turn it up a bit. Add my lentils. I put some boiling water to these, and I've been soaking them for probably the last hour and a half. So it won't take them long to cook and be ready. Add some more salt. Alright, we'll let that all cook together. Okay guys, it's about to get real. Put oil on your pan. Chapatti number 1 and 2. You're probably wondering, is it hot? Of course it's hot. It took me the longest time to be able to use my hands, and I still burn myself, and you're going to laugh at how I do it exactly, but I don't care. This is my way of doing it. Gotta turn up the heat a little bit. The key is to keep them turning so that they evenly cook. And since I don't have the original chapatti pan, it's a little bit more challenging, but it's alright. that's real hot. The reason to put paper in your container where you put them is to keep them moist. The moister that you, or like the tighter that you keep them, the longer they stay moist. The last ones are on the pan, and I can say that I'm happy about that. I'm dripping off sweat because it's cooking hot in here. But all is well. So after I finished, I put on another wax paper around the edges, push it down in, and cover it with a lid. Yeah, that's my lid. This house doesn't have all the kitchen accessories. Let's check on the process here. Ooh, nice. Perfect. Now it is the aftermath. Clean up. I'm finished cooking. The dishes are clean. I'm exhausted. I'm ready to eat food and take a shower. Before that, I'll wait for my husband, of course. He's not home yet, but I'm gonna wait for him. Then we have supper and chillax. I hope you guys enjoyed the video today, and please subscribe, give us a thumbs up, and continue watching. Thank you. Peace.